Hi, welcome to halfhourmeals.com. I'm here with Brett MacDonald from the Baker's Cheese Station in Guelph, and he's going to tell us a bit about how to make a Brie Cheese Crepe.
Really simple batter. You just need your eggs, clarified butter, flour, milk. Very simple, quick to put together. So you want to start with your flour in the bowl. You can make a well in the center, pour in your milk. You want to put about 2/3 of your milk in there. So then I'll crack 2 eggs into the center. 2 tablespoons of your clarified butter into the center. Pinch of salt, bit of freshly ground black pepper. Then you can just slowly start incorporating together. I like to beat up the yolks a tiny little bit before I start going, and then slowly start pulling in the flour into the center as you're stirring. Once we got it to about that point, add the rest of your milk. The consistency should be a little bit thicker than what comes out of a 35% cream. Now we've got the fun part of making the crepe. I like to have a little bit of clarified butter in front of me here. I like to just take a clean rag. So I'm just gonna oil the pan a little bit with the clarified butter. You don't want too much in there. The crepe will just slide around and not really stick properly to the bottom of the pan. Then I'm gonna take just enough crepe batter to just barely cover the bottom of the pan. You wanna get it in and then rotate the pan around right away once it gets in, just to cover the outside. Only takes about 1 minute. You want to get a little bit of color on the bottom of the crepe. Not too much, just a little bit. So what you're going to do now is the fun part, is flipping the crepe. And there we go. Only takes about 30 seconds on the other side, and then you're good to go.
Time to add the cheese, Brie cheese. So tell me, how do you cut a Brie cheese wheel?
Okay, so you don't want to waste anything, really. So you just cut it straight in the middle once. Like hors d'oeuvre size, right? So, or an appetizer, depending on how big you want to cut it.
Okay, so now we're going to put the cheese and the rest of the ingredients into the crepe.
So, start with your crepe here. I'm going to cut it down to a bit of a better size just to fit the cheese there.
We've got our mustard, and we're going to apply how much?
Just a tiny little bit. It's pretty potent, and you really want to just taste the cheese is your main goal. This just kind of heightens everything.
So you take your Brie chunk.
Yeah.
Place it in the middle of the crepe.
So I put it right there.
Now I notice you're cutting the edges off. Why is that?
Yeah, because I just find that there's a little bit too much overlap. Start this way first.
This is looking good.
So what the mustard's going to do, aside from the flavor that it's adding, is help everything stick together.
When would you serve a savory crepe?
I do it at the restaurant. I serve mine with a steak. Goes heat them in a low oven for about 10 minutes. The cheese melts a tiny little bit. It's nice and warm.
Just enough.
Perfect, yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to give one a sample right now. Just grab this one right here. Oh my God, that's so good. Halfhourmeals.com.